So that's an unfair advantage, something that you have that can't be easily bought or copied. In order for you to be able to bridge that Apple brand advantage, you are going to need to spend a lot of money, because it's already in people's psyche. So that's what we call about unfair advantage. Oh, we're already very known in this market. People already associate us with this. This is not our first product. We already got a lot of customers on our books. We already have. So all those things is what you're looking at. And if you already have that, as an investors, that makes us calmer. Again, we're looking at this as, okay, that looks good. You clearly have a problem that you've basically understood what the problem is. You've come up with a solution that solves that problem. You have some unique value proposition, things that can't be copied, things that they can't buy elsewhere, that will mean that they have to use your product. It doesn't matter that there are thousands of vacuum cleaners out there. If I have a patented technology, you cannot buy a vacuum cleaner with that patented technology without using my vacuum cleaner. And if that means that my vacuum cleaner is then better than the things out there, if you really want the best of that product, you gotta come to me. Then unfair advantage, I'm Dyson. Everybody knows me already, which is great. Which means that whenever people see that product, they don't need to be persuaded about the quality, because they already associate that with quality. It's not something they're going, well, I've never heard of this thing before, or I don't really know whether this is a good buy or not. They can use their prior experience to pick that up. So if I already have those 4 things lined up, I'm like, okay, this is starting to look good. Now, there is still a potential for failure here. You have to consider what we say customer segment. The customer segment essentially is, how well do you know your target audience? Who is going to buy this product? Now, when dealing with people who are proposing a potential idea or potential business investment opportunity, there is a temptation for the amateurs to say everybody. It's tempting to believe that what you've created, surely everyone would want one. But when you say everybody, it can in some instance showcase your lack of the idea that you haven't really tailored your product. You're just throwing it out there and thinking everybody is going to buy it, which makes marketing the product itself quite tricky. And in most cases, it might not be everybody. So you want to know whether the person proposing has really thought deeply about who will mostly, not that everyone could have, but who would mostly benefit from it. Who are the people that are likely to buy it? So in that circumstance, when you start to narrow it down, and this can be things that are caused by the price plan itself. As I was speaking to a gentleman regarding a business proposition, and he was telling me what the price plan is, and I told him quite blatantly, yes, not everybody is going to be spending £200 on that. The fact that it's £200 means that yes, technically you could get everybody to buy, but most people, given that there are other brands out there and alternatives, although not as good, doesn't offer as much features, that are mere £30. Yeah, you're not targeting everybody with that, because most people who don't really have that need for all that features will most likely stick to that basic. It does just what I need it to do. Now, once you go to this level of £200, then you have to understand who would want all that feature. So at this point, the ability of the person to clearly tell you who their target audience is will instill confidence in you. And if they can't, you should start becoming skeptical. Because it seems more like we just throw it out there, we see what bites. or we haven't really thought of our marketing strategy, we haven't really thought about who would use it, how to get in touch with them, and so on. But if you're still confident at this point that the person that you are, what the person has told you about this product and the people that are going to use it all match up, you've been able to align everything so far and say, yes, I know what the problem you told me, I believe those are real, genuine problems that people want solved. The solution you told me about are things that people would like. The solution actually solves this problem, and the features you've told me about, I can see how they will be useful in solving those problems. The unique value proposition makes me calmer that while we're here, we have this patent or this particular unique technology that no one else can copy, that sets us apart from everyone else. So if they do want that benefit, they have to come to us. So my money is somewhat secure. We've looked at the unfair advantage, and we see all the things that you bring to the table that will require other people to spend quite a lot of money to try and match it. I can start a football club tomorrow, or a football training scheme tomorrow for young people aged 8 to like 16, but I won't get the same amount of media traction as David Beckham starting his own. Now, the customer segment, you've been able to prove to me that you've actually looked deeply into this, and you're not just thinking about just anyone can buy it, anyone can use it. You've actually narrowed it down to people who are most likely to benefit from it, people who are most likely to use it. And these are the people that you want to target, because these people already have the innate desire and the financial will to buy it. All I need to do is just let them know that that product exists, and the matchmaking in heaven will be done. Following that, I also want to understand the channels. And the channels is basically, how will those lovely people you've just told me about here in the customer segment know that your product exists? Because it doesn't matter how good the product is. If they're not aware of the product, if we can't demonstrate the product to them, if we can't give them information to know what the product does for them, why would they be interested in it? And this is where I want to see you tell me, okay, basically what we've looked at is, all right, here it is. These are some of the, we're going to advertise to them. So this can be online advertising or through showcase advertising. We're going to use some Instagram, social media influencers. We're going to go to events like this to showcase it. I want to know how we're going to connect the people to the product. And if you don't really have a realistic way of doing this, or the cost of connecting the people to the product far outweighs the return on investment, then that in itself can be a no-no. Let's say, yeah, how much does the social media Instagram collect for this? Hello, this is this lovely product, buy it from me, I love it. How much you generate in return? If the cost that you've basically showcased or you told me about it's lower, or it doesn't really work as well as I would expect, or it's too much compared to what we'll get back in return, that might not be a viable channel. So what we're trying to figure out here is the channel, the connection point, viable? Is it cost effective? Is it going to actually influence the people to buy? And if they are able to pass this level and still go, wow, I see no reason why this can't work. This is perfectly great. You've basically connected the two together. You're still on the right track. So at that point, you're still going, all right, this is not a bad idea. Well, before we start to go forward, we want to also assess the cost involved in doing all of this.